Said them no build great man, them only kill great man. Babylon be still and no underrate man. Them a born Satan, work for Pope John. Can't let them overcome. Welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then click the bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified every time a new video goes up on SouFLoTV. Boy, this Jacure situation. So this morning on Morning Thoughts, for all my subscribers and followers who tune into the morning show, which is about 6:30 to 7:30, sometimes and more than not, we go for like even 2 hours or an hour and a half. So tune into the morning show if you've been missing it. But this morning on Morning Thoughts, I gave a snippet of an update to Jacure's situation in the Netherlands, and I said that a prosecutor from the Netherlands officially made a report to the Jamaican News saying that in the Netherlands there is no such thing in their law as a plea bargain. So they don't do plea bargains. They don't cut deals. You go straight to court for a full-on trial is how it's done. Well, here are the updated details and more details. Now, shout out to the Loop Cayman when they say Sikatori Alcock, aka Jacure, is believed to be the one who appeared before the Dutch courts yesterday to face allegations in relation to the stabbing of Ricardo Blake, a promoter who we now know as Papa. The allegations included suspicion of attempted manslaughter, aggravated assault, or attempted aggravated assault. I notice that the attempted murder charge was not listed this time around. I don't know if they took attempted murder off the table and are going for attempted manslaughter instead, which will work out in Jacure's favor either way. The Dutch prosecution service confirmed that October 26, that the council chambers of the Amsterdam court has decided to further detain a suspect believed to be Jacure for another, get this, 83 days. Remember, he was ordered held before for 14 days after he had already been in there for a week. And then after that, he went back to court again. Well, this time the judge ordered him held for another 83 days. The authorities said that this will take the suspect's detention to January of 2022, which means that Jacure will be spending New Year's and Christmas and all the other holidays that are coming up in lockup in the Netherlands. This is when he will be summoned again to court. He will be summoned again to court in 83 days. Fam, yo, damn. That's like almost 3 months. It's what, roughly 90 days in 3 months. So things look sticky. He'll have to sit and wait for this. The closed session will change to open court sessions. Right now is a closed session. Nobody was allowed inside, so nobody really knew what was going on in the case, apart from the little bit that they leaked out to us, because apparently in the Netherlands, their media and their court system is very secretive about what they do. They're not as out on front page like other nations we know, like Jamaica or the United States of America, etc. That means that if the suspect, who is Jacure, will officially be charged to the public at the first public hearing, which is the first time that he would be on public display in Dutch court. Why? They about to have him on a TV screen and everything. Watch and see. I spoke to somebody from the Netherlands this morning that's a huge fan of our show and someone who supports us a great deal, and they did inform us that in the Netherlands they don't have stuff like CNN and all these other things, so it's their Netherlands news that they go off of. So most definitely I'm pretty sure that they're going to have him all over the TV in the Netherlands. If Jacure is convicted, the conviction will be added to his already controversial criminal record, having previously served time in prison in Jamaica for a rape conviction. Now, regarding legal representation, the Dutch prosecution service confirmed that the suspect, which is Jacure, is represented by a public defender. Jacure is not represented by a private attorney, a high-powered lawyer, which is what people with money and status would actually do. He has a public defender. I don't know if at this point he is summing things up and he is planning ahead and saying, well, I maybe have this much left in the bank. I think I want to have some money when I get out. So it makes no sense me spending up my money on some high-powered attorney. And then when I come out, I don't have no money to move around to maintain my lifestyle and these kind of things. I don't know. But it's very baffling that he is being defended by a public defender. Honestly, public defenders are like the worst of the worst. I know, and no offense to anybody that works as a public defender, but most of the time, a public defender never has their client's best interests at heart. Public defenders are overworked and underpaid. They're not like the lawyers who are seasoned in their field and they have a list of clients that pays them and has retainers with them. Public defenders work off of cases that are thrown to them by the courts. Here's another one, defend this one. Here's another one, defend this one. They normally don't belong to any law firms or anything, so they're out here like freelancing and trying to pick up money. Most of the time when you hear in the United States, someone says, all right, man, I have to accept the plea deal. You know they were with a public defender, right? So this is the case of Jacure right now. And I know a lot of people are going to be saying, so where's all his money at? How would never just get a high-powered lawyer? And at the same time, the way how he flashes and dashes these luxury cars and all these things, you would think he would have money enough for a rainy day like this. When it rains, it pours. And right now, in Jacure Corner, it look dark because it's lightning, thunderstorm, and everything are going over there. So, all right. So, as we follow the story, Jacure, whose real name, they're saying now that the authorities said that this will take the suspect's detention to January 2022, when he will appear for the first time publicly. That means that if Jacure will officially be released to the public at the first public hearing, which is the first time that he will be on public display in Dutch courts, journalists will also be able to attend and to report on the proceedings. So he is going to be on major front page. Now, regarding legal representation, it's a public defender. If Jacure is convicted, the conviction will be added to his already controversial record. Now, if convicted in January of 2022, it is unclear when Jacure would be seeing the light of the day. This is what legal protection Sandra Decker has gone on record in recent months in saying. Releasing a perpetrator long before the end of his prison sentence feels unjust and cannot be explained to the victims. A sentence imposed will be a sentence served. Bombo. I want to repeat that part for you so you understand exactly. So if convicted in January of 2022, it is unclear when Jacure will see the light of day. This is what the Dutch Minister for Legal Protection, Sandra Decker, has gone on the record in saying in recent months, saying that releasing a perpetrator long before the end of their prison sentence feels unjust and it cannot be explained to the victims. So in the Netherlands, a sentence that is imposed will be a sentence that is served. It won't be like in Jamaica where Jacure had how many years and only served how many of it. It will not be like man get 25 years and ended up getting out in 15. If they say 10 years in the Netherlands, he is going to rob every day of that 10. That is how they do things, because they justify that by saying, how do we explain to the victim that we let this person out? Further, If convicted, Jacqueur's prison time in Amsterdam may not be like Jamaica, where he was allowed to record hit songs while he was in prison, even though that occurred towards the latter end of Jacqueur's time in prison in Jamaica. He was about to get out. But, however, he will not be allowed at all. This is based on statements from the Dutch Minister of Legal Protection when he commented on the recent change in the law for manslaughter, raising the sentencing period from 15, get this, to 25 years. So you remember before how they said that Jacqueur was facing 15 years? Well, it's not 15. It's 15 to 25. All right. So while it was not a direct statement to the suspect believed to be Jacqueur, it reflects the Dutch Minister of Legal Protection general stance in relation to this type of crime that Jacqueur is alleged to have committed. Regarding the upcoming Grammys, according to Jacqueur's recent Instagram live video, Jacqueur is said to have been getting his stuff ready to submit it to the Grammy committee, and he was hoping to be nominated or possibly win a Grammy. That would happen in January of 2022. Now, if convicted, Jacqueur may have to miss that in-person celebration and instead be physically distanced in prison. However, the opportunity to win a Grammy is not lost because the Grammy rules state that his music would be judged on its merit and will not be impacted by any time behind bars or anything like that. So in a way, if convicted, prison time for Jacqueur may not be a bad thing. In fact, it may give him time to reflect on his experience and evaluate his life outside of a song. Behind these prison walls, doing my bases, doing my time. I'm going to have a whole lot of time to go through with that. People, I'm going to keep him in the prayers. Me can't go with him. Jah go with him. I'll catch you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.